Hi there. So welcome back. This is a follow-up video on the previous video I made about how to get started with a business. All right. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend that you do watch it. Okay, it would be somewhere over here um, in the I button. Okay, on the I button. All right. So let's get started with it. So what is the difference between a traditional business and an online business? It's not a like difference video, but it's a choice. What moves you should make to get started with your career as an entrepreneur. Okay, so let's just go and look out what does these two terms actually mean. Okay, for those of you you're not much familiar with it. Okay, so right, so I've searched it on Google, and you can see traditional business is a local store, which offers its services or products to its local customers. All right, so you have to visit the store physically to buy the products, right? For example, to buy some groceries or even phones. All right, but yeah, so you have to go there physically, and yeah, so if someone who cannot reach that store physically, they'll not be your customer. That's the reach. It's just a local reach. Okay, you can have various chains, but let's keep that as a separate topic. All right, for some other video in the future. Okay, so this is what is the traditional business, and this is the online business. So online business is any kind of business or commercial transaction which happens online across the internet. Okay, so which of the businesses are completely online? You can take Amazon for an example. It's completely online, and you know what, Amazon, the CEO of the company, is the richest man on the planet. Do you know that? Right? You all are aware of that at least. But see, that's what it's called. He has a lot of reach, right? A wider net of customers, and that's why people prefer Amazon over going to the local store or maybe a store far off from their place. Okay, so this is how it works. That is one of the advantage of an online business over the traditional business. All right, so let's just say traditional business, TRAD. My god, I need to come up with a short form. Let's say traditional business. Okay, and online business, let's say OB. Right, so I mentioned in the previous video, that traditional business require you to um, create any product. You can create digital products as well as physical products, but they mostly uh, you know look for a way to raise money. Okay, because they are creating their own product. Okay, to create your own product, let's say P, you need some money to hire the developer, hire employees. Okay, so where will you get that money? All right, where will you get it? So traditional business itself can be a completely digital business as well. Okay, don't get confused with the physical visiting to the store, physical visit to the store, but I'm just saying there is very slight difference over here when it comes to digital products. Okay, so yeah, so they need the money. All right, now how can they raise the money? Either they have the money themselves. Okay, they can get a franchisee also. This is somewhat kind of a leverage, let's just say FR. Okay, but we'll go into that later. Okay, so you can either have money to get started with or get investors. All right, Now, getting investors, if you see, it's not that simple. You definitely need to put in some amount of money to get a demo. All right, you need to show the investors that you are worthy, right? So how will you prove it? How will you prove it? How will you prove it that you are worthy? So in order to make a demo product, you'll have some expenditure, and that you have to bear. Okay. And in online business also, you'll need a product. Okay, but there are several other ways as well. Okay, actually in both of these businesses you can leverage. I'll come to that later, but still online business. Okay, yeah, one other thing, online business, you can work from home, WFH. Okay, and traditional business, you'll have to, uh, in the beginning, or maybe in the later stages as well, interact with people, going to the place yourself. Okay, depends on the business anyways, right? So you'll definitely work from home. There is no way that you will have to go to the business unless you choose to go to a physical location to meet. All right, now you can leverage the products. That means you can use other people's product to get started. You can also do that over here, but still you need to do something unique with the product as well. That's the traditional route. You actually, traditional route is more focused on creating their own product. Okay, if they don't want to create their own product, then it's a different kind of business than the traditional business. And I'm not talking about the mom and pop shop, because they have an obvious limitation of the customers. Let's say call it C. Okay, all right, the customer reach can be less, very less. Okay, customer reach is high. Okay, customer reach is high, higher, and you can say lower. All right, so yeah, so traditional business has low number of customers. Online business can reach anybody in the world. Okay, and also you'll need a lot of money, so that's a disadvantage to get started. And you can leverage the products very fairly easily and with less amount of capital if you have to, in order to get started with your business. Right, getting started with a business for free is not a very good idea. Actually, you still need to learn a few things to get started. So I recommend that you know get yourself acquainted with it, and figure out how you will market and move the product around. Okay, right, so yeah, so that's how you see it, the businesses. Okay, franchisee, let's come to franchises. So franchisee is something like, okay, let's say you purchase a license, let's say for McDonald's. All right, you purchase this franchisee, and now you can open a local store and sell the McDonald's burgers, French fries, anything you want, right? But you have to give some shares of profit to McDonald's, obviously, and that's what this is about. You'll be sharing profits. But the thing is, franchisee is very expensive. It's what? Very expensive. If you're just starting out, you know, your online business as a beginner or a fresher, right? You haven't done job for a very long time, maybe 1 or 2 years of experience, and you don't have that much money to get started with such things, then you shouldn't, because it's too risky for you, as you don't have the capital to mitigate the risk. So I'll give them disadvantage. All right, now there is certain advantage to this. Okay, most people look for this as well. The profits, you can maximize the profits. Here profits are high, but you know it's somewhat uh, it depends on the perspective, but you can say that the profit potential is really high over here, because you can leverage I mean you cannot I mean you can, you are the complete owner of the product, and you can have lots of shares in your company, and yeah, so you are not dependent as such on any other company for the product. Okay, so it's good for you, because now you can keep most of the profits to yourself, right? Aside from the investors, sometimes it goes south, and this may not be a good point, because sometimes the investor take a lot of shares from you. Okay, but the potential is quite high if you're really very determined, and if you have some starting capital to begin with. Okay, over here you don't have the capital, but you will be sharing profits with the company on their terms. Okay, if you choose to leverage. There is other thing, if you create an online business without leverage, then the profits would be maximum. Okay, just the same as the traditional business. But if you choose to leverage, which I highly recommend if you are a beginner, then it would be dependent on the contract with the company that you choose to work with. All right, so this is how it goes. All right, now there are certain things, all right, that a traditional business has to go through, especially in terms of physical products, if you want to get into that. Okay, right, so yeah, so let's see about that. So traditional business routes, if you have a physical product such as this phone, you'll have to, for a traditional business, there will be a manufacturer, there will be a wholesaler, there will be a retailer, there will be a consumer, that is the end user. Maybe you, right, you want this phone and you got it from the manufacturer through this route. And the thing is, it gets really expensive. Let's say manufacturer made 50% and the wholesaler retailer combined took the 50% of the MRP retail price. Okay, and you pay 100% for them for that. Okay, so you get the product, obviously you are happy about it, but yeah, you have to pay a lot more. Okay, and you are a consumer. There are some other scenario as well, where there is an agent in between, which could be, decrease the manufacturer's profit furthermore, and over here the advertiser make a lot of profit, let's say 40 to 60, and sometimes this route is also preferred. Okay, so you can see a lot of money is being diverted to the third party people, and the consumer is not benefited at all. I mean, they show them their ads, they do their ad campaign, they promote it like anything. You have heard about the toothpaste Colgate, right? So it's so popular. I mean, is it the best product in the market? I'm really not sure about that. I'm not going to tell you about that, but yeah, I can say that there are better products out there, and yeah, but they are just not as famous as the Colgate brand. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that, and that's what it is, right? So they can get more sales, but here the consumer is not getting anything at all, right? And besides, to get into the wholesaler or retailer or any of that business, you need a lot of money. Okay, now online business, if you are an online business, you may deliver physical products as well, or a digital product. So here the manufacturer would be some other person, and the intermediary can be you. Okay, so that's what is the advantage, right? You can be the consumer as well, and you can be the intermediary as well. That means you get to share 40% or whatever profit the other route, the traditional route, we're sharing. Okay, so you get to keep the 40% of a sale, right? So isn't it amazing, right? So you can enter even with less capital. Okay, even if you don't have a lot of money, right? There's one other thing: either you can become a manufacturer yourself and do the third party chain and then the consumer, right? So you become the manufacturer of a digital product. You don't need any raw materials or something like that, because it's completely digital. And so the cost of manufacturing a product, since it is also duplicable, right? Because you there is no cost in manufacturing, let's say, a piece of software again, because you already manufactured it, and now you can distribute hundreds, thousands, millions of copies without having to do any additional work. And that's the benefit of online business, especially the digital products. Okay, now you can be the manufacturer and directly connect with the consumer, just like the YouTubers. They create their products and they can directly sell to the consumers. Obviously the consumer are really very happy to get their products, so that's why they will buy it, right? Okay, so yeah, so this is how it is. You can see already that online business has so many advantages over the traditional businesses. It's like comparing a CRT TV with a LED TV, all right, a newer technology TV, QLED, right? So it's like that. It's the history. Traditional business is history, and online business is the new business of 21st century, right? So you gotta change the game. You know what I mean? There are so much opportunity now, more than ever. The power of leverage is so much useful and makes a lot more sense in the online business realm. Now you can put in this much amount of money, let's say $1,000, okay, and then you can leverage that 1,000 to get 10,000 or 5,000, 6,000, right? That's the power of leverage, right? So you can leverage other people's product as well. Now I have mentioned some link down in the description of this video where you can find just these products, and these products are actually high ticket products as well. Okay, so I'll talk about the high ticket product and stuff later on. It has a really very good advantage over the low ticket products, because in high ticket products it means the product is expensive but it is having a very good quality, and it serves the purpose and is very useful to the consumer as well, right? So why would you not go into high ticket product and leverage with a fewer number of clients, right? So I'll go into that later, but if you want to check out those products, if you want to get started with your business and leverage it, you should go and check, go down into the link in the description, and yeah, maybe book a call with me and understand how it's going to work. Okay, so maybe you can connect with me on Facebook. My name is Rahul Sonwanshi. You can search that, and yeah, you can find me. Online entrepreneur would be my designation, kind of, right? So yeah, so that's what it is about, leveraging the online business route, the traditional business. Okay, so with this I would like to conclude this video because it's already getting very long. I would make other separate parts, other parts for other terms that I have used in this video, so that you can better understand how to how you can leverage this. Okay, so if you're really serious, then I'll see you next time as well. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will be making more videos on this, and I'm also releasing a new course. All right, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be absolutely free, and it's going to be basic, but it's going to be free, so what you should be doing as an entrepreneur, and how to get started with it. Okay, So until next time.